What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Two for Two, your sports podcast for the culture, by the voices of the culture. I'm your host, Keith, and I'm here as always, my brother Nell. We back with another episode for y'all today, man. A very, very special episode. It's season 3, episode 62. It's an NBA preview. Let's get it. Nell, my boy, we made it. We finally made it. How you doing, man? NBA season's here.
It's good to be here, man. And I know it doesn't always, I don't always sound excited, but like I can't hear it in my voice. But like, trust me, like I'm ready for the basketball to be back. I'm ready to push NFL to the side. For me personally,
I know you are. I know.
But yeah, I'm excited for this NBA season. It should be a fun one.
It's gonna be fun. A lot of things have happened. You know, we've touched on a few things here and there. You know, the offseason, a lot of different moves, but now this is when we can really just talk about that. Like you said, NFL's to the side, giving it a break. You know, it might be some NFL football on. Who knows? We're not watching it, right? Who knows? The NBA. I mean, I know. No Cowboys gear today either. That's crazy. Good to see. Oh, you see the hat, man. Shout out to them Yankees, first and foremost. They going to the World Series. I know we don't talk about baseball a lot, but I am a Yankee fan, and I have been watching. This is amazing. It's kind of fun. We got to pay Juan Soto. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I had to plug that because that's why I put the hat on.
I only enjoyed playoff baseball for a couple games this season.
Yeah. Sorry. You a Philly fan?
I'll be around for Red October. A couple regular season games here and there.
Okay. Well, unfortunate season for y'all. But
yeah, well, go Dodgers.
Enough of that. Bandwagon?
Maybe.
Okay.
Just anti-Yankee.
Typical. It's a lot of y'all. What we do to y'all?
I found out you were a fan, so just decided to hop on the anti-Yankee bandwagon.
I see how we're going to start this episode off. And it's perfect that you started off hating. Because this is an NBA preview. We're going to start on the east side. The Eastern Conference, man. Some things happen. You know, we've been clamoring for a while. Knicks, Sixers, massive trades in the offseason. Massive offseason acquisitions. You know, a tough ending to the last season for your boys. Coming at a defeat of mine. The Celtics win the finals. My team and your team, the Knicks and the Sixers. We chasing them. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to show that you're not a hater. Use your beautiful statistical basketball mind that you have. And tell these people right now, who got closer to the Celtics? The Knicks or the Sixers?
All right. In my unbiased opinion,
Thank you.
got to go to Philadelphia 76ers here. Look, man, I think both teams got a lot better this offseason. But I just think the Sixers, when it comes down to it in a 7-game series, I think they got the best chance to knock off the Celtics.
How?
I just think that they got more star power when it comes to it. I think they got more star power to match Boston's firepower. And I like the fit of PG with Embiid. I think if he can stay healthy, obviously health is the biggest concern.
Yeah, they already hurt. Y'all already hurt.
Look,
how you talking about you can contend
I understand.
For a 7-game series? First of all, you never even beat my team in a 7-game series.
God. Come on.
So how could you let alone jump us to then beat this team with what you got? Joel is going to not play. He's not playing no back-to-backs.
Which hopefully gets him to the postseason fresh and healthy. Which if I think he was, we would have beat New York. But different story.
Can't go back in time.
Yeah, you can't. So, you know, we go out and we get the best free agent on the market.
He's old, bro. What is he, 33?
At least he didn't forget how to shoot like Mikal Bridges. Like, So, I think I think, and I don't think it's a stretch to say, this might be the deepest team that Embiid's been on with the most spacing. I think we address shooting. We got some depth there. We address rebounding, backup center. Drummond was the best backup center Embiid's had his entire career. Bring him back into the fold. I just think this team is more equipped to go after Boston. Now I think both teams, Philly and New York, I think they'll be a tougher out this go around against Boston than it would have been for either team last season. But I'm taking my Sixers.
I mean, I don't fault you.
I don't fault you for what your obvious response is going to be.
I mean, it's funny though, because it's like you said something, right? But I also have that in my notes. So how can two things be true? How can we both be the most well-rounded, deep, capable team to compete with Boston? How is that possible? Got to be somebody lying.
I didn't say you were the most.
You add Paul George. Okay, I give it to you. That's fine. He can hoop. I texted you. I'm be honest. I said it sucks. This is one of my favorite hoopers, like ever.
Real hoops on the wing in Philly.
And I have to nitpick and hate every single time he does something now. So I'm upset about that. But I think the back-to-back thing. Apparently, they both might not play them. What kind of diva team is this?
Yeah,
that has
what nothing
loses
to do
you
with the question.
That is what loses you 7-game series when you play teams like the Celtics that are tough, well-knit teams. They play. You know what I'm saying? The only person on the Celtics that don't play is Kristaps. That's fine, but they know when he come play, they let him do his thing for 15, and then he just go be sorry for the rest of the game like he always does. And that's okay. But this is your best player and your second best player. That now you want to say, hey, look, we're going to all season rotate you in and out. And mind you, when Embiid's on the floor, it's here. And he go to work. When that's not on the floor, that's a completely different team. Now, I agree. Y'all have some pieces over there. And I actually am mad. I'm going to admit this to you. I'm honest today. I've been working on being
Caleb Martin, Kelly Oubre. Like,
all right,
you got some people now. Eric Gordon.
You gonna let me?
We trying out. My bad.
Are you gonna let me get to my compliment? See, now I don't want to say it.
Nah, go ahead, finish. You. All
right, because I told only 2 people know this. I was watching the Sixers game one day, and I might have said, "Dang, they kind of nice." It might be a little threatened. But that wasn't the question. So, my point is, the Knicks, you get back OG Anunoby. You need him. We're talking about the Celtics, right? We're getting closer to the Celtics. So we have wing defenders. Mikal Bridges, yes, he has seemingly forgotten how to shoot. How that happens, I don't know. I know you know because the Markelle Fultz thing, and I would love it if you could help me out. But regardless, needless to say, he's still one of the best wing defenders in the league. You just said you have elite hoops on the wing. We have elite wing defenders. The Celtics have elite wings. We have elite wing defenders. So, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, that's cool. That's perfect. Right? You got Jalen Brunson. You looking for a fall off. If nothing else, I told you, he's going to be even more efficient. His game got easy. He's going to get you 27 and miss like 3 times and still shoot 12 to 15 free throws. You're going to be mad.
So my Stars can't still get they 25, 27?
And B going to get his. I don't know if Paul getting you that. Are you expecting, we talked about this before, are you really expecting Paul George to get you to 27?
I'm expecting Paul George to get me twice, maybe triple the production Tobias Harris gave me last year.
Stop taking that route. We're done. I'm done with you. I
Is
don't
that
like
not
that.
a reasonable route?
That's fine. This is some very like
He can't get me 20. He can't get me 20.
I hope so.
I'll take 20. If Embiid getting me 30, Maxey getting me 20, 25, and then he giving me 20, I ain't gonna be mad.
You didn't pay him to be your third scorer though.
We didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if Maxey was second in scoring this year.
I wouldn't either. But that was my whole point with the thing. I was like, y'all paid him not to be that.
It costs, man. It costs to be in contention. It costs to be in contention. How much did y'all give OG and Anunoby?
All right.
I'm not trying to hear this, man.
He did us dirty. But it costs. Like you said, and look, you ain't been watching preseason. OG took a leap. My boy got a little 2-dribble mid now. He got a little Kawhi step. I'm telling you. OG took the lead. He took the lead.
We'll see.
Now, he's still like, he's not, his pause before I say it, but his body is still not very like elastic. He's like, he gonna mess his hamstring up every time. Get a little stiff. But Duke, hey, PG gonna be in hell. Tatum gonna be in hell. And I'm just saying, if that's what it takes to get close to the top dog, we're equipped. We got, and then Pat.
No, yes. It's tough to take away 3. And I just think, this is no offense, obviously, they're all great players, but I just think Cat might be, the easiest one to eliminate.
Out of what?
Out of all the stars in this equation, between Boston, Philly, and New York.
He's inspired,
Look.
When we played y'all last year now, where did Embiid stand when he was on one leg the whole game?
It's fine.
Where did he stand?
In the paint.
Okay. Karl-Anthony Towns is, in your opinion, where would you say he is in terms of shooting big in the league? Shooter in the league.
Yeah,
this guy participates in every 3-point contest. If hasn't he won one?
I think he did.
Oh, okay. So, can Joel Embiid stand in the paint? We
can figure something out.
You better hope he got 2 legs.
But you got to play both ends. Right?
That's okay.
I can bring up Embiid's averages against Karl-Anthony Towns.
No.
There's a reason they had to move him to the forward.
That's fine.
So you better hope Mitchell Robinson is up.
He might not be on the team, bro. I'm gonna be real with you.
And I hope honestly, he is, I don't know who you can get. That's what I'm saying. Like the Celtics, I mean, Al Horford's turning 39 this year. He can't keep, strapping Embiid. After that, there's no other big on that roster that I feel like has a chance against a healthy Embiid. You ain't got Mitchell Robinson. I don't really think there's a big on the Knicks that's bothering Embiid.
We got Huck Porty.
Not enough.
He's German. He's just like Hartenstein. Be good. You'll see. The Celtics don't match up well with the Knicks, as the Knicks can seemingly beat the Celtics.
It's going to be a fun. What? They all play each other 4 times this year. It's going to be
opening night.
Good amount of matchups.
Opening night, ring night. Ring night. We coming at your front door.
Yeah, I'm glad we're not in Boston on ring night. I can't do that.
Y'all would lose.
We would. About 20. While they laughing and, pointing up at their banner. I'm good.
Nah, we ain't playing that.
I'll let y'all get that work.
Nah, we ain't playing that. We ain't playing that at all. You don't know. You gonna see. They don't. It's
gonna be fun,
man.
Can't.
It's cool. It's gonna be fun, man. What about the Bucks, man? They're the other team, right? They originally, they thought we was gonna be worse than the Bucks. Last year, both of our teams actually. They had the Bucks up there. We saw how they played. Dame and Giannis, are they enough? Can they get it done? Or what? Is it over with?
I'm not going to count out a duo like Dame and Giannis. I think last year was definitely rough. I don't know if they can, like, they have a chance. I don't think that, they're coming into the season as contenders. They didn't really make a lot of moves this offseason. And when you got two other rivals in the East, adding a Paul George and a Karl Anthony Towns, and Gary Trent, just, that's not cutting it to, stay in the upper echelon of the East, especially when Boston's, bringing back a team that just came off a championship run. So it's going to be a tall task, but I think you have to give Dame and Giannis, at least the respect that they can be in the mix. Giannis, since that championship, I mean, he's been hurt pretty much every postseason except the one Game 7 loss to Boston in the second round. So, I mean, he's going to give you 28 to 30, shot 61% last year, which is just crazy. Most dominant paint presence in the league. He's been, top 3 in points in the paint the last 4 or 5 years. So, Dame's still going to give you, he had a down year last year and he still gave you 20, 23, 24 points a game. So, I expect him to kind of be more comfortable going into this season. We all know about Doc as a head coach, but he's got he's got a full training camp to work with him and do whatever he's going to do. He's still good enough coach to win games in the regular season with that duo. So I expect them to be good, but they're just an old team and they looked old last year. I think that kind of contributed to them falling so low defensively. Still relying on Brook Lopez and Middleton and Bobby Portis. Just not a lot of youth there with that team. So I think that and lack of depth is kind of holding them back. But in a 7-game series, really can't count, Dame and Giannis out of it. If those two explode in a series, it would be tough for any team to handle.
It would. But somewhere in the middle of what you said, I found the answer to this question. I was going to say, I was like, dang, ain't Doc still there? They ain't. Nah. I think, I feel like I feel similar to you because they are two extremely, talented hoopers. Like, these are two of the best hoopers in the league. You know what I'm saying? And healthy and motivated, both of them are dangerous. I feel like it's kind of what you said, though. A lot of the other teams around the league, around the East, got a lot better, right? Like, you could tell, like, okay, this is where we were last year. Adding this makes us a little bit better. I don't really think they got better at all. Like Gary Trent, like you said, he can shoot the ball. Young guy. He'll provide bench scoring for you. He can start if you need him to. But okay. Okay. Brook Lopez is probably... People are going to put Dame and Brook in the pick and roll all season again. And Giannis will have to be on the backside, trying to save the day, getting fouls, falling, getting hurt. It's going to crumble. So I really don't think so. I just don't think they got much better. It would take like a career type year from Dame. Like this year. Like steady. Like real Portland vintage Dame. We would have to see that all season sustained.
Are we completely ruling that out?
No.
That's why I say they're in the mix. I don't think they're in the top 3, but I don't see any team definitively, after Boston, Philly, New York better than them.
In the East, yeah.
Orlando and Indiana will be in the mix, Cleveland too, but I mean, I think if they were in a 7-game series, I'm probably still.
No. They don't have enough.
And Giannis is healthy.
Yeah.
Probably take them over those next tier of teams.
They're missing Thanasis, man. Out for the season, bro.
They say the bench guys are important. Great locker room guy. So they say.
Giannis apparently is enamored with him.
I bet their family.
I bet. Right? Who knew? I don't know. I don't like him. Darvin Ham going to that staff together with Doc is just too hilarious to believe it's gonna work. So I'm here for all the NBA meme material this year. That's gonna be funny because those two together are they're something. So outside of those teams you named though, bro, like the top of the East, we know, Knicks, Celtics. Excuse me, let me start it over. Knicks, Celtics, all the top teams. Are there any sleepers? Do you have any teams that you think are gonna be like, oh, they're a little bit better than we thought? Personally, I don't.
I think Orlando has a slight chance. Defensively,
do they count as a sleeper? You mean like a sleeper to like win the East?
Not really.
Sleeper to be a top 3 team?
In that case, I don't see them being a sleeper to necessarily contend with those 3, even 4. But I could see them. Like we said, I don't know what's going on with Embiid, and PG's already nicked up a bit. They can sneak in. They can sneak into a top 3 seed for the regular season.
Lowering expectations so soon.
I guess.
Here you go. He did this with the Cowboys.
They're still title. They're still title. And was I wrong? Let's not go there. But they can still have. They should still have title expectations. I'm not saying that. I don't care what seed they go into the playoffs and they still have title expectations. But I'm just saying if guys aren't playing enough games, I could see Orlando maybe having a top 3 or 4 seed. Like y'all got the 2 last year. Yeah, I know you wasn't even.
I told you that.
That they was only 2 at the start of the year.
Yes, I said we were the second best team in the East. All right, man. Don't play me. Don't play my boys, bro. See,
I'm gonna have to see some footage of that.
You can find it. I'm sure if you type it in your messages, you'll find something. One thing I told you is, I know my teams. I ain't never been wrong.
Okay.
It's always delusional until it happens. That's what I've come to grow and expect from you guys. So,
anyway,
let me hear your top 10.
Orlando can be a top.
Oh no, you're
30.
right. My fault.
They got the potential if everything goes right for them.
I do like Franz. I love Paolo and Franz though.
KCP was a nice pickup. Him and Suggs defensively, it's gonna get backcourts a lot of hell.
Who's their 5? Is it still Mo Wagner?
Wendell Carter Jr.
Oh yeah, Wendell Carter. Wendell cool.
And he's stuck. Mo Wagner's still there too. Whack.
They gave him a contract.
Yeah. Brothers got paid.
Nepotism.
Solid team.
Michigan boys. The Michigan boys.
I do remember him on the Michigan days.
Come on. He was a stud.
Good time.
Man, my Michigan boys is back this year. I'm just going to throw that out there. Real quick caveat. I had to let you know.
Hey, Duke basketball is back this year. Yes, sir. Yes,
I saw y'all scrimmage. It was decent.
Sir.
It was decent.
Duke basketball. We are back. Business is back up, baby. Coach K, you can rest easy now.
You know Coach K still pulling strings. Better stop playing. You know how that goes.
But he can rest now. The job has been done. The savior has been delivered. Raise the flag.
Are you making a championship prediction right now?
I'm not gonna go there yet.
Nervous?
I don't know the landscape like that to make that kind of bold prediction right here, right now.
Okay.
So give me like a week, and I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
But back to the East.
Yeah. Let me get the top 10.
All right, I'll go Boston, Philly, Milwaukee.
Is this an order? Is this in
Nah,
order?
this is no order. This is no order. Bro, this is no order. Calm down.
Okay,
Calm down. This is no order.
okay,
Damn, I knew your ass was
okay,
about to be hype.
okay.
Indiana
Seems real
got
orderly to
Pascal
me.
for a whole season. That should be fun. What did I say? Orlando. Don't know what they're doing in Miami, but they should still be a top 18. Who else is in there? Cleveland.
It gets hard at the bottom. Pause.
And then I'm going to go Atlanta and Detroit.
What?
Yeah, I got Detroit in the top 10.
You missed Tobias. I knew it.
I guess.
I knew it. You gonna value him now, right? Now he brings so much to the table.
I mean, for what he got, I don't know how much he got, like 80 mil, but like,
you're sick.
How? They didn't just get Tobias. They got Malik Beasley. They got Tim Hardaway Jr. Like, they got some grown-ups in the building. Like, it was a young team last year that was just doing anything.
It's going to crumble.
Missed a ton of games.
That team is going to crumble because those older people in the crew, one, all of them are shot checkers. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Malik Beasley are coming at getting it.
Malik Beasley shot 40% from 3 last year. Like, it's a good pickup, yo. Like, what are we saying? Right. You talking about it's hard to come up with teams at the bottom. Like,
and then you pick the worst. They hired a coach after the draft.
Yeah, it's a nice squad, though.
Okay. Make sure you watch them.
I'll be locked in when they play the Sixers.
I'm sure. Tobias legacy games.
All right, so who you got then? I can't wait to hear your top seed.
Knicks, Celtics, Sixers.
That's in order.
Huh?
That's in order.
First team to come to my mind. Bucks. Well, I have a list. Here we go. Pacers. How many teams is that?
I wasn't keeping track with you, buddy. My bad.
I got you. Let me try it again. Knicks, Celtics, Sixers, Bucks, Pacers. That's 5. Bucks. Did I already see them?
I think you did.
Look, Cavs, Magic, Toronto, and Atlanta.
Give me Detroit over Toronto.
Emmanuel quickly, RJ Barrett. Are you serious?
Give me Detroit over Toronto, yeah.
They have actual, like, good players.
So does Detroit. What are you saying?
I have a thing about, like, franchises. Detroit's time is kind of past. They're just dysfunctional, and that's the area that they'll live in.
That's why they went out and signed some grown-ups.
The grown-ups are going to ruin the team. It's going to be like playing with the bad grown-ups.
We're not asking them to be a top even 8 team. We're asking them to get to 10th place. A couple years ago, that is still the lottery, and no one's talking about the 10th seed. Like, we're just asking them to get to 10. I'm not asking them to get to 9, 8, 7, just 10. And I think they can get to 10.
Okay, I
think Cade Cunningham is going to have a nice year. I think he'll stay healthy.
I like Cade.
I think Tobias is going to have a good year. Like, they got Jalen Duren, like Jaden Ivey. Who did they just draft this year? You act like they don't got like some solid pieces when we're talking about the damn East that you just complained about. Man, it was hard to come up with 10 teams.
It was.
But now I'm supposed to put my faith in Maple Mamba and Emmanuel Quickly. Come on, man.
You're a hater. I told everybody earlier that you was gonna be a hater. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm hating on that pick. Sorry.
I will see. We'll see who's right.
Was like their best player and he left.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. The good thing is we get to see. I have a feeling somewhere along the line something's gonna happen and they're gonna find their way, but we'll see. So what about all West, man? The Lakers. Talk of the town. You know? They got Bronny. They got JJ Redick. I mean, realistically, we know this is a team that They won a championship. How many years ago?
Mickey Mouse title was a long time ago, 2020, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, 2020.
Last year, and they've been in the play-in 2 years in a row?
No,
they weren't in the play-in this year.
I don't think
This
they were in the
past year.
play-in last year.
Yeah. Okay. But they were a lower seed.
Then when they had the D'Lo trade, I don't think they were in the play-in.
Okay.
When they beat Memphis in the first round, they were the 6th seed, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Well, adding JJ Redick to this team, how do you think that's going to change how we look at the Lakers? A team that we have expectations for, but they're always falling short. They kind of become like they're not that good. But it's always funny, like we think they're gonna win, or they have a shot because they have LeBron, they have AD, they got all these pieces. We like JJ Redick.
I don't think it'll change much. Like you said, when you got two players the caliber of LeBron and Anthony Davis, who both of them had all NBA seasons last year, they're always in the mix. The two of them can, dominate and take over a series against pretty much, any team in the West, not named the Denver Nuggets. So even last year, there were plenty of teams out West that you probably thought if the Lakers matched up with them in the first round, LeBron and AD could get the best of them. But unfortunately, they ran into the one team they just can't seem to figure out. So I don't think they did enough this offseason as well to, really help them, kind of move that needle. And a lot of teams in the West got better. All those teams that, we thought the Lakers could, compete with, they added some pieces and got better. And no doubt, I think JJ is going to come in and, kind of help them. That I've seen in preseason already, kind of the pace that they're running their offense at. It's been good to watch. And, that's JJ Redick, and he'll help them get some more 3-point shots up. They were 28th in attempts last year, but they were 8th in percentage. So I think he'll have a real emphasis on them getting more shots and more threes up, and their pace and spacing. But I just don't think they did enough in the offseason to kind of help with that. Adding shooting. They do got Dalton Connect, who's been looking good in preseason, but can't really rely on a rookie to come in and kind of save you like that. When you want to have a championship run, it's going to be a lot of attention on Bronny, obviously, coming into the year with, him and LeBron on the same team. So I just don't think they have enough to really last out West. Kind of asking a lot of LeBron, and, going to be turning 40 in December. So you're kind of putting a lot on his shoulders. So I don't think they'll contend, but, I think JJ is going to build better habits for this team that you'll see throughout the season. And, it might lead to some more regular season wins. Maybe he can unlock, D'Angelo Russell, who's seemed frustrated and, struggled with Darvin Ham last season. Maybe he can add another layer to Austin Reeves' game, and, that can kind of offset, the moves that they didn't make this offseason. But for right now, I just don't think they got enough to get out of that West, which just looks brutal this season.
Yeah, I'm right with you, man. I was thinking about it. Like, I do really like JJ Redick as a coach. I think I've been watching some of his stuff, some of the videos and practice things they've done. Obviously, pod him and LeBron he knows the game, and I think he's going to make it very, very easy for this team this year, in the sense of, we're going to know how to play. We're going to play the right way. We're going to get more shots, take better shots. We'll get stops. I think he'll make them more consistent. Like, I don't think, to your point, that they're going to be amazing, because they just relying on LeBron and AD to elevate them to new heights. Like you said, they haven't really added anything. Like, the hope is just these guys will be better, or we'll get a good draw, and, maybe having LeBron and AD will be just enough, and then everybody else can kind of complement. It's like most teams around the NBA now, you kind of have to have like a big three, really, to kind of be legitimate. AD, Bron, obviously, but like you said, Bron is about to be 40, and we know he's not going to slow down, but it's still crazy to expect so much of him at this point in his career, right? And so that's what the problem kind of is. Like, you're really hoping that for the Lakers' sake, that Anthony Davis really, 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 really fully claims I'm the alpha and we're gonna go crazy, right? And I think actually AD will probably I think he's gonna have probably one of his best seasons of his career this year. I really do. Like I think it's gonna be a really, really, really good
It
year for
wouldn't
him.
surprise me.
Yeah, like I think with JJ Redick, AD's gonna take that next step. And if he does, like okay, he gives you a shot, but then you, like you say, you still need to know, like okay, is D'Lo and Austin Reeves, are they gonna be able to? If one of them isn't gonna be that guy, that third guy, can they combine together to be a solid third? You know what I'm saying? But then that adds for more from Rui. You know, Dalton Connect, I think he's going to be a great piece for him. I mean, he's going to make some big shots. He's going to score a lot of points. I mean, he's a scorer. That's what he does. And I think, you know, the Lakers have a need for what he can bring. So I like it. But, you know, like you said, like that's a lot to rely on for a rookie, right? Especially on a Laker team that has Laker expectations and all of that on it. Like that's wild to expect a rookie that you drafted to come in here, you know what I'm saying, and be the glue to fix these problems that you kind of have. Like that's a lot. So you know, but they'll be fun to watch, you know, as always. You know, I think JJ and them they'll be cool. I think they will win more games. You know, I don't think the Lakers had a lot of meltdowns last year between just Darvin and everybody fuming out and just nothing happening or a lot of like stagnancy. I
Maybe
think the
they'll
guys
win another in-season tournament.
LeBron does like those.
It
And
might be his time to shine again.
they like that $500K that they got last year. Did they move it up?
No clue.
We'll see. What about that team they can't beat, man? The Nuggets. Last year we were all shocked. You know, Minnesota came out, knocked them boys out the playoffs. We just knew, you know, that realistically, you know, we was thinking we was gonna see what Dallas and Denver at one point, or whatever the case is, and we didn't. Do they have enough, man? Can they get back to the promised land? You know, they lost KCP, like you said earlier. You know, what do you think? They had a rest.
I'm gonna say no. I think they certainly they're still going to be in the mix. Look, wouldn't surprise me if they have another top 3 seed in the West. They'll probably give Joker another MVP. You know, he's definitely, you know, that good and commands a lot of attention. Still got Michael Porter. You still got that core of Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon. You know, it's him and with Jamal Murray. It's like one of the best 4-man groups in the league. So, I mean, it's enough to win regular season games. But I think especially last season, you kind of saw the lack of depth. Anytime Jokic or Murray had to go to the bench, they usually struggle, you know, with DeAndre Jordan on the floor. Not a lot of scoring. Now you bring in Russ instead of Reggie Jackson. That's an upgrade. So, I mean, that should help. But like you said, they already lost Bruce Brown 2 years ago, who was a huge piece to that championship team. Then you lose KCP, who was a huge piece for that championship team and a huge piece for them defensively and knocking down threes. Forgot the dude's name that's going to start and place him now, Christian Braun or something like that.
Christian Brown, yeah.
Yeah, so you got to rely on him to step up. What's the one kid, Peyton Watson or something like that. Relying on a lot of young guys to hopefully step up and grow and, you know, beat key pieces. But I think it's too much to rely on. And like I said, a bunch of teams in the West got better. So they'll be in the mix because Joker is that good. And, you know, but Jamal Murray has had a tough playoff run last year after the Lakers series. So he's got to step up too. But when you got those two, you know, they'll be in the mix, but I'm going to say they don't have enough to contend this year. I think their lack of bench depth is going to come back to bite them again.
It kind of remind me of like a similar situation to the Bucks. Not in the sense that I think they're better than the Bucks. And like you said, they have Jokic. You know, Jamal Murray will make big shots when he needs to. Michael Porter will have some really explosive games. Aaron Gordon, that core is really solid. You know, it is what it is. So yeah, you can kind of interchange who that fifth guy is. Does Christian Brown bring what KCP brings? What Bruce Brown brings, or rather. He's a dog, but we'll see. But like you said, outside of that, like you didn't really get much better in comparison to the other teams around you. The West is deep. Like a lot of these teams can beat you. That's for everybody. Like everybody, like you can go down the line from the 1 seed to whoever's in the play-in. Any of them teams has a shot if they get going. So
yeah, this postseason especially, it's really gonna come down to matchups.
Yeah.
Just like the Lakers don't want to run into Denver. Denver don't want to run into Minnesota. I don't think Dallas wants to run into Denver. It's going to be a lot of matchup based.
We're gonna see some sticky movement. We're gonna see some. They're gonna have some teams losing on purpose down the stretch this year again. Pull a Cleveland. Can't believe these guys, man. What about the Clippers, bro? We want to like them. As Walt would say, your boys, man. Your Clippers.
I'm not gonna lie. I was confident they could, at least stay in the playoff mix. But after hearing the news about Kawhi, being out indefinitely, and indefinitely with him could mean anything. One thing we know it doesn't mean is that it's going to be short. That's for sure. It's going to be. It's going to be. He's going to miss a good amount of games when that's saying indefinitely. So that's rough. And now you pretty much your only star is James Harden, which
that's your boy.
Look, I liked him in Philly. Thought he was good. Wouldn't have minded if they paid him. Was definitely kind of happy that they didn't, just because I didn't really think the production was worth the contract. But he always said that he can tap into that Houston heart whenever he wants to. Well, he's gonna have his chance to. And personally, I don't know if he can do it, but like I think if he can give you that 20 and 10 that he's been given the past couple of years,
that's
maybe
it.
up this. I know, but like.
It's with no Kawhi.
Yeah, he's got to average more than that, but
it has to be Houston Harden. It has to be. It can't be anything less.
I don't think he's got that in him. I just don't think he's got it in him.
Then they're done.
I know he always said like he was being held back in Philly, and he had to pass more, but I mean everybody was encouraging him to score more. I just don't think he could. I just honestly don't think he really could anymore. The step back is cooked. It's not as efficient as it was. He can't blow past people the way he used to. So like that threat of him getting to the bucket is just not what it used to be. Now he's still a crafty scorer, can finish. The step back still works from time to time. Still working the pick and roll better than most, but just doesn't have that explosive first step anymore. And I don't know if they can. It depends on how long Kawhi is out. If Kawhi is there, like I think they have enough to make get at least to the play-in.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
But if he misses like more than half the season, I think it's going to be tough. Like looking at the West, like there's legit 10, 11 teams, maybe 12 that's going to be fighting for a top 10 spot. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah, if Kawhi does not come back,
chances right now.
Yeah, no, because where else are they getting production from? Norman Powell.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, we've seen. That's the thing that gives me like kind of hope. Like we've seen this story before with them. Obviously, PG and Kawhi missed a ton of time, even both of them at the same time, and their role players were able to get wins, led by guys like Norman Powell and Batum, who's back there. You got Derrick Jones Jr. I know it don't sound great, but
Kevin Porter wasn't in the league last year.
He's got his issues, but last time we saw him, he was hooping. Like it's gonna be a tall task for sure. But I think if any coach can handle it, God, what's his name? Ty Lue can handle it.
All right. We'll see. It's gonna take Houston Harden. If Harden can get you,
take it.
If he can get you 25 and the 10 to 12 assists, I would be
shocked if he gave us 25 a game.
I don't think he will either. But I mean, hey, he might be more motivated than ever. He gets what he wants, right? He's getting what he asked for. He got his groups of guys around him.
He's in LA, so let's see it.
We'll find out. Who out of the two teams last year that met in the Western Conference Finals, Minnesota Timberwolves, Dallas Mavericks, and Luka, who do you think out of those two is more likely to get back to the Western Conference Finals? At this point, the season's starting this week.
I like Minnesota.
Really?
Yeah. And here's why.
All of a sudden, you're a Julius fan, huh?
Nah. This is more anti-Mavs than pro Timberwolves.
Okay.
So I still don't love the trade, but it is what it is. And I think Anthony Edwards is going to have a possible MVP year this year. Still got Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year. I know what everyone says about him, but he does a lot of rim protection for them. So you got Julius Randle when he's healthy. I mean, what you tell me? What 24, 10? How many assists? Like,
hey man, 24, 10, and 6.
24, 10, and 6. I'll take it. You got Naz Reid, who really was productive in the playoffs for them last year. DiVincenzo, drafted Dillingham. So like they bench has a chance to be much improved. So at this point, I think they got more depth than Dallas, and I just don't know what to make yet of the Klay Thompson move. I like it just in terms of Luka constantly putting pressure on the rim, drawing double teams, and finding guys for open threes. You just last year, obviously, guys weren't making enough, and now you get one of the best shooters ever. But it's just not what he's been the last 2 years. Even then, I think he was like top 10 in like threes made or pull up corner threes made, something like that. So like it's an upgrade from what they had last year, but I just kind of worry about them defensively because in the end that was kind of their downfall in the finals. They just couldn't guard a soul, and now you're gonna have Luka, Kyrie, and Klay, who's not the same defender that he was before he tore his ACL. So I just kind of worry about them defensively. You lost Derrick Jones Jr. I know they got some Najee Marshall. You still got Gafford and Derek Lively, but I just think, the bulk of the minutes are going to go to Luka, Kyrie, and probably Klay. So it's going to be tough on your perimeter defense, and we'll see if Gafford and Lively can, clean up that mess. But I'm going to say the Timberwolves got a better chance of getting there right now.
Yeah. Klay's preseason wasn't very encouraging, and I get this preseason and, guys playing through things. How he ended last year, how inefficient he's kind of become. I feel like the last thing Dallas needs is a really inefficient Klay Thompson. It doesn't sound good.
Can't afford it.
I appreciate you giving Julius his respect, man, because y'all going to see this year. I think Julius and Ant is going to be a very interesting combo. How are they going to, mesh? I don't know. Julius kind of weird. But Ant, he is. He is a little weird. And Ant, the type of dude, he'll talk to you. And he'll let you know in his own way. He's not he said something about, did you see that? The Kobe and Michael Jordan thing? They're talking about his leadership style, their leadership styles or whatever. He was like, no, you can't talk to everybody the same way or something. It was something.
Yeah.
I was watching the starting five jump, and he was getting on Cat. And I'm low-key, bring that foolishness to New York, man. But anyway, this is about Minnesota. I think they'll be all right. I think DiVincenzo is going to have a great year. Naz Reid, they invested in Naz Reid for a reason, so we'll see this year. And I think Ant, I like the Ant MVP claim. That's kind of, in my head. I'm feeling that as well. So. I think they'll get back. I think they'll be more motivated. I think they can get more out of Rudy. if they get a little, if they can really get a little more out of Rudy consistently, I think they'll be fine. And Dallas, I don't know, like something about them.
I still don't love the way they play.
Yeah, right. It's like I just don't trust it. It's like
I think they got very fortunate with the matchups last year. And then obviously Luka just torched the Timberwolves and Kyrie. So I mean, individually, like they're great, but for them to take over the West like that again individually, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that. But it'll be fun, man. Like we said, it's getting tough. What about the Thunder, bro? Like they last year, number 1 seed.
So many teams in the West, yeah.
I mean, number 1 seed, like they add Isaiah Hartenstein, even though he's out. Just saying, it's crazy.
Hopefully he can.
Are they contenders now though? Are they legitimately?
I think I can buy in to them possibly representing the West.
That's a very eloquent way of putting that.
I can buy into it. I think last year, obviously, the size was a huge thing. Pause. But I think if you got Chet at the 4, who had a great rookie year defensively, he was a beast too. But sometimes you just need bigger bodies out there. Second chance points in the playoffs are crucial. Gafford and Lively were really good in that series against them. Luka also just took over. So also you trade Josh Giddey and get Alex Caruso, one of the best role players in the league.
Yeah, that's only going to boost
your team. Giddey was pretty much just a negative on the court in that playoff matchup. So now you got multiple guys in that can help you rebound, knock down shots. So I think they've got a good mix. Shea had an MVP year. Some people think he got robbed. Youngest team to, be first seeded in the West. So I mean, Jalen Williams looked great. So I mean, they've got a lot of. The team is still young, and then they were able to land the guy that they needed to take them to another level. Hartenstein was great for the Knicks last year. Caruso was great for the Bulls. You add those two to go along with a team that was already number 1 in the West. I think they've put themselves in a good place, and they still got a ton of picks, and they cap space to work with. So see what Sam Presti does.
I think the tough thing about the Thunder is like how we've been talking this whole time about like teams where they're relying on young guys to step in the roles and do things. The Thunder are a little bit different. They took over and they won the West with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how they did it or whatever you think about how they did it, these young guys won it before. And I think they're only going to get better. So it's like, we don't know how to project how much better any of them are going to be. I think Jalen Williams is going to have a monster leap. Chet, I think he'll take a leap as well. So with that, I think they will be, serious contenders. And I think they have that attitude to them. Their leader we talk about how Ant is. Shea's the same way. He just doesn't talk as as frequent. Shea's he's a different guy, like different in how he carries it, but he's a dog. He's trying to win championships. And he knows that. He knows what he has to do. And he's one of those Kentucky guys, man. We always talk about it. Well, I do. Those Kentucky guys are different. They have a different instinct. They got a different killer.
Crazy in the league.
Yeah, man. That's so he's just another one, and he got to get it. So, I think they are. I think they're serious contenders. I think Hartenstein will, be great for them. As much as I would love to just he be a Knick exclusive. One of those guys that when he leaves, dang. But I can't hate on my boy I Hart like that. So I'll leave the hating to you when you feel like it, man. So. I like him.
Man.
Caruso's gonna be big for him. They play well together.
The West is like wide open. It's deep and it's wide open. There's a bunch of teams that we didn't even talk about. The Suns, the Kings, like
Spurs.
Spurs.
I'm high on the Grizzlies. I don't know. People forget the Grizzlies
I'm high on the Grizzlies too.
the Grizzlies were number 2 in the West or whatever before Ja went down, or the year when Ja was healthy. Like
3.
People forgot. Oh, my meant 3. Okay, people forgot who Ja Morant is. All of a sudden, they added Zach Edey, who I think is going to be the rookie of the year. I think he's a rookie of the year candidate for sure. I mean, he bringing back the true, like, traditional big, and he's in a ball screen with the most explosive athlete in the league. So you can have fun with that, and then you couple that with Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson, who now can go shoot all the threes he wants to out there with Zach Edey controlling the paint. They'll be a much, much, much better defensive team as well. People forget about them too, man. So, I mean, your top 10, bro. I'm gonna let you. I'm not gonna put mine in order. Like same way I did in my East one. I know you claimed yours wasn't in order. I would love to see you try to put the West in order, but I know you won't.
I'm not even going to try. I can't.
I know.
I'm gonna go OKC, Denver, Minnesota, Lakers, Warriors,
wow,
Suns, Kings, Grizzlies. Help me out here. Who am I missing?
Put your Clippers in there.
It's tough, man. Pelicans. I got one spot left. Yeah.
No, we'll say Memphis. Oh, you did say Memphis.
I did say Memphis. I feel like there's a team I'm forgetting. I'm gonna take the Clippers. I feel like there's a team I'm forgetting, but I think I said everyone. 10 is a lot.
So did you take the Spurs?
No.
Well, it's not gonna like that. You're not rocking with them?
Right.
Wemby and Chris Paul? Yeah, Chris Paul.
Like, the West is just so brutal. I just don't like. Wemby would have to take a crazy, and not just Wemby. Like the rest of that team is also gonna have to take like a huge leap to get in that top 10. And there might be a spot open if Kawhi misses a good portion of the season.
Okay, I mean,
but I'm gonna say the Clippers get to at least 10.
Interesting. I think we have the same top 10. It might not be the same. That's that whatever way you said it. Let me see. I got the Thunder, Denver, Minnesota, Dallas.
Did I leave Dallas out? Did I say Dallas?
You might have left out Dallas.
If I left out Dallas, then take the Clippers out. But I feel like I didn't say Dallas. Now that you said that, I knew I was leaving a team out. I don't think I said Dallas.
All right, so Dallas. So Thunder, Denver,
Dallas
Minnesota,
spot.
Dallas.
Crazy.
I got Memphis. It is. It's nasty. Like it's only like 2 teams, like you said, that realistically we not even thinking of.
Utah and Portland, and depending on how you feel about Wemby's year 2 leap, maybe the Spurs. Like those are only 2 to 3 teams that like you're expecting to be in the lottery. Every other team is at least fighting to get in the playoffs. Like there ain't no we're a couple years away. Like Houston wants to get into the play-in. Golden State still wants to get into the play-in. Kings, Suns, like all those teams, like they think they got a chance.
Yeah, it's gonna be nasty. So let me see.
Talking 12, 13 teams that like trying to get in there.
They're gonna do something stupid and change some rules. I already know it's gonna be ugly. Next season, they're gonna be weird.
I'm already upset that we have a play-in.
Make the regular season even less meaningful. One of these seasons might get the in-season tournament though. I can see a new champ. But let me see. Let me get my 10. Let me see. Thunder, Denver, Minnesota, Dallas, Memphis, Phoenix, Lakers, Kings, Golden State, and if Kawhi plays, I'll put the Clippers. Like if he plays soon.
I don't think I heard the Pelicans.
I don't know what they're doing with BI. But if Kawhi is out often or for the majority of the season, I'll take the Pelicans.
Solid 10.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Woo! Glad I'm in the East, baby. Let them fight it out. We'll take whoever's left. We'll take whoever's left.
You ain't taking nothing after we whoop your ass in the second round.
Knicks, Minnesota.
Any finals.
Championship. Rick Brunson versus
the
Debo.
worst ratings in NBA history.
Nah, it's all written, bro. Why you think we had the preseason fight and the trade? It's gonna make so much sense. You'll get there when you get there. Ant say he was in the Garden. Fans said, Ant, when your contract come to New York, he said, I would love to rekindle with Cat. He said it, not me.
Yeah, he said Cat gonna come back for the cheap at the end of his career, back to Minnesota.
Big Bodega's enjoying home. He's watching his Yankees front row with his beautiful girlfriend, and who's also loving New York. He gets to shoot 25 times a game. He gets to play isolation. As long as he doesn't foul out, he can do whatever he wants to do. I mean, he's getting his fashion thing going too. He's comfortable. Now, Ant would be great. Ant would be great for the city.
He don't have to guard Embiid. He shouldn't be in too much foul trouble.
I can't wait. Till we go to that game together.
A couple sleeps away from opening night, man.
I've got a rough couple days coming up, I told you.
Oh, yeah, you got that back-to-back.
Bucks, Ravens.
Let's get it. Let's start the week off right.
I need it, man. It'll be fun. It'll be real cool, man. But, hey, the NBA season is here. Like Nell said, we're a couple sleeps away. We back. That was our NBA preview for you guys this year. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you really listened to what me and Nell said. Mostly listen to what he said about the Sixers and listen to what I said about the Knicks. And let's make sure that we keep up with this, everybody. I would hate for us to not hold Nell accountable when he's incorrect. As I would expect you all to hold me accountable. If I were to ever be incorrect.
We will. Multiple times this year.
I'm sure. I just remember that Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Maxey conversation that you ran away from.
Did I run away from it? You said my man wasn't going to be an all-star.
You ran away from it. It's all right.
You said my man wasn't going to be an all-star.
Knicks Timberwolves finals.
Keep ducking.
I hope we see y'all first round. Your man ain't playing no back. Too. Y'all ain't playing no back-to-backs. Yeah, we'll see.
You want to do the 4-5 matchup? We can slide down there.
Nah, y'all will be 7. We'll see you.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see you. Well, shoot, y'all might be 8. Depending on how many back-to-backs, man. How's Paul George's knee?
Everything is good.
I saw he was all smiles at practice.
Okay. Yep.
Is he gonna play opening night? Y'all's first game?
He'll be there.
Oh, all right. He'll be there. He's gonna play.
His head.
What day is that? Wednesday?
Yes, sir. You'll get the update probably tomorrow.
So you already know. You got insider information.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Just keep that on.
Hey, man. I feel like Norbit. I can say Tuesday. Yes, sir.
It's going to be the day.
I can't wait to show you how a real team scores ring night.
Okay. I just know I probably won't be hearing from you after like 9 o'clock that night.
You won't hear from me the whole day.
Probably not, because of what happens Monday night with your Bucks.
You started the pod hating, you ended the pod hating. I gave him the disclaimer.
I'm a dot one.
I mean, you enjoy your Cowboys free weekend, brother.
Yo, yeah.
I know you're feeling good.
For them to have a bye week too, just so that way they can't piss me off right before Sixers
right
start.
In the Sixers, right? That's perfect.
Transition.
Yeah,
Happy transition.
Dang, bro, they're either setting me up.
PG play.
I thought you just said. See?
I said PG and Embiid.
What's wrong with Embiid?
Should be nothing, but you never know. He just pops up with weird injuries, you know.
He gonna fall in the house.
They said knee management. I didn't know there was a knee issue to manage in the first place.
You know what they say, man. They lie about those injuries now.
I know. So that's always got to keep your head on the swivel with the Sixers. Never know when you can get an update.
The Kawhi knee.
He'll be all right.
I would hate for Joel to get that.
We good. This is the year.
Okay.
And if not, next year is the year. We got a 2-year window.
So you see how you are doing it again.
We got a 2-year window.
He's softening the blow.
I didn't guarantee a championship at any point in this show.
Done talk. So I have a 5-year window, and I can just chill with that, right?
Okay.
I would never do that.
If you have a 5-year window, that's cool.
So where are y'all going to finish this year?
Probably no worse than the conference finals.
Perfect. Okay.
A loss to Boston is unacceptable, but like it's acceptable, if you get what I'm saying.
Are y'all beating us to go to the conference finals?
If we see y'all there. We might see Milwaukee. Who knows? Maybe Indiana again. Don't let Halliburton come to New York again. That's his trap last time I checked.
We were hurt.
TJ McConnell walk up in there like that's his place.
Hey, we have our own now.
So hey, maybe we'll see you, maybe we won't. But that's my expectation. Minimum.
Okay.
That's the bare minimum. If I get only the first or second round again, I don't know. This might be 1 for 2.
Hey, don't let us beat y'all again.
That won't happen. I'm so confident in a rematch, like you have no idea.
Are you?
I am. Extremely.
I also am very confident.
We can fill out Wells Fargo in orange and blue. I don't care. Just so all of them can watch y'all lose.
I can hear the pain
in your voice.
Though. I can hear it. Because you got to live with it.
Art. That's our redemption art.
You had to go get old Paul George. Come save the day.
Yeah, we had to get old All-NBA, All-Star Paul George.
And it was Tobias Harris.
Mr. Everyone's GOAT.
It was Tobias Harris all along.
And y'all went and got the guy they call Big Okay. All right.
Hey, bro. He's bodega. He's big bodega, bro.
Okay.
Or bodega cat. Cat in Manhattan.
What's a cat to a dog like can be?
We're running on time.
We'll see you when we see you.
Yeah, I can't wait. Me and Nell will be at a game this year. Maybe 2. One of us getting put out. Yeah. Don't let some luck strike. It's gonna be fun. Can't wait to sweep y'all this season.
Okay. Yeah, and prep though.
Yeah. But hey, like we said, this is our NBA preview. We hope you enjoyed it. You know, me and Nell had a great time. You know, recording this one for you as always. We appreciate all the love. You know, keep showing the love on all the social platforms. You know, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Spreaker, Apple Podcast, Spotify. We got everything. Spreaker as well. Keep showing love. We're going to keep pushing out the content for you guys, man. That's going to do it for the NBA preview episode for 2 for 2. That's season 3, episode 62. Me and Nell, we out.